Right, Dawn Butler, one of our favourite Labour MPs. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. So she's been a troublemaker for a few years. She's made a lot of mistakes, let's just say. Yesterday, she had an incident. She tweeted saying that I just got stopped by the police driving through Hackney. More details to follow. I recorded the whole incident. So she said, I got stopped driving. So she's saying that she was driving. She has the video. I think most of you, if you have Twitter or if you've seen the news last night, you know what's happened. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to keep you guys posted on this because it's funny. So she's claiming that the police stopped her because of her skin color and the police hate her. In reality, that wasn't the case. So that's the situation we have. And I'm going to show you the clip. So this is the video she sent to Sky News. And the angle of the video, it looks like that she's in the driving seat. So let's watch the actual video first, and then we're going to get back to this. It's kind of funny.
It's an interesting experience being stopped by the police on a Sunday in town. I've been doing a lot of work with the police and stop and search, and how the police are stopping and searching. Yeah. And actually the way you do it and the way you profile is wrong, because what you do is...
Right, so you saw that, right? Initially, that's all she said. She was driving, and then she sent out Sky News. But then, on Sky, on the website, it actually says that the BMW was being driven by a male friend who is also black. And it was pulled over by two police cars, Ms. Butler said. Now, that angle wasn't the correct angle. Some people on Twitter said that she reversed the image on purpose. But I also know that some phones, if you record a video using this selfie video, it automatically reverses and mirrors it anyway. So benefit of the doubt, maybe it was just by accident that her phone just recorded it in that angle. So don't want to get sued. But this is the actual video that we have, the real angle. This is the true story.
Interesting experience being stopped by the police on a Sunday in town.
Oh, just bear with me 2 minutes. Run a couple of checks. Hopefully you'll be able to wait. I'm just going to take those just for a second. All right, just bear with me a minute.
Ah, so that was the friend, and I'm gonna show you the clip again. That moment, obviously, Sky News said the friend who was also black. Now, I don't know the heritage of this person. Might be mixed race, might be, but obviously, you can see in the video he's kind of light skinned. He's not really dark skinned. So the fact that she said the police stopped him because he was probably dark skinned is not true. Let's go back and actually watch that bit again.
Two police officers.
Hopefully you'll be able to wait. I'm just going to take those just for a second. All right, just bear with me a minute, all right?
Two police officers. I am concerned about the reason for the stop. So that's what I'm concerned about. So because we should be able to drive wherever we want in London, because you're not just contained to the area where you live. No, of course. So that is my concern. So like if you're just profiling people who are driving outside their area, I think that's a ridiculous reason to stop. If you're profiling people who are driving a certain type of car, that's an inappropriate reason to stop. And if you're profiling people because of the colour of their skin, that's an inappropriate reason to stop people. I'm a member of Parliament. So this is really quite interesting to me, because I've been doing a lot of work with the police and stop and search, and how the police are stopping and searching. And actually the way you do it and the way you profile is wrong, because what you do is you create an environment where you create animosity.
Okay, enough of that. Because she just went on this rant that, oh, you guys stopped us either because of a skin color or because of our car, because it's BMW. In reality, what happened was the police were driving, they saw this car and they checked the registration number. The police officer put the wrong number, and it was from a different car. And by the time they got to the car, obviously they realized it was a mistake. They didn't even do the stop and search because they realized. So they apologized, saying, oh, sorry, a different car number came up. It was in Yorkshire. That's why they became suspicious. Whatever happened. Definitely not because of what she was saying. So you have the Metropolitan Police Federation tweeting saying that we are aware of the video footage that is circulating on social media this evening following the stopping of a car in Hackney. Our colleagues want to be able to share their body-worn video of the incident, and as a federation, we are calling for this to happen. Now, obviously, this is up to the senior management and people like Cressida and everyone, but the federation are calling for this, and I support this because, you want the full truth. Although you kind of can see even in that video what exactly happened. The police officers were very polite, they explained, they even apologized for that mistake, and they didn't even do stop and search because it was unnecessary anyway. But she didn't stop there. Not only after that conversation, she even recorded it so she could see that she made a mistake anyway. She went on Sky News, she went on all the papers, all the TV channels, ranting about this. Watch this.
It's just such a bad way to treat people. And when you are a black person and you get treated every day, just going about your everyday business, whether you're walking down the streets, going in the shop, driving on a Sunday afternoon, and yet get treated in that way, it is just tiring and exhausting and mentally draining. And this is a police service that's supposed to police everyone. And I understand that there are issues and they need to be dealt with, but deal with it in an equitable way. Don't deal with it in an unfair way and a biased.
What is she talking about? So until recently, she was part of the shadow cabinet, and she could potentially join the shadow cabinet again, which means if Labour win the next election, she will be in the main cabinet government, which means she has to work with the police, and they should be on the same side. But she's treating them as enemies, as if they're opponents from the other side, and that's kind of embarrassing. When it comes to Dawn Butler and people like her, there is a lot of issues with the Labour Party. You've got Norman Brennan, who is apparently a former police officer who's now a campaigner. This is according obviously to his bio. I don't know this person. But he tweeted that, "Tomorrow, I shall be making an official complaint to the Leader of the House of Commons and Information Commissioner about Dawn Butler for abusing her position as an MP." Well, that's fair, because she definitely not only abused her position, she actively went on media and social media and lied about an incident. This is very worrying. We know what happened, for example, with Owen Jones a couple of years ago when he came out and said, he was targeted by some people. If you want to, say anything like this, either be cautious about how you say it or have better evidence. She thought she had evidence, but the evidence actually worked against her, ironically, because clearly she's not that smart. Dawn Butler, she has a very interesting past. We're going to talk about some of her best moments since she's become an MP. But before we do that, this is the most embarrassing part, because 11 years ago now, actually, in 2009, according to the Mirror, even the Mirror went against her, because when you were having issues with the expenses with these MPs, she allegedly spent thousands of pounds of taxpayers' cash renovating a house under 15 miles from her main home, a bill for a jacuzzi and an £18,000 food shop. So she took advantage of taxpayers' money, and since then, this is 2009, since then she's done even worse things. So, okay, a couple of years ago, she went on Twitter, she started this rant against Jamie Oliver, who I don't even like, but this is funny. This is about jerk rice. So, Jamie Oliver, I'm just wondering, do you know what Jamaican jerk actually is? It's not just a word you put before stuff to sell products. And then she's tagged this account as business, saying they should do a masterclass. Your jerk rice is not okay. This appropriation from Jamaica needs to stop. She genuinely she was shouting at rice. Before it was cool to shout at tea, she was shouting at rice. This is the same Dawn Butler who, after the 2017 general election, when she was asked about the result, she said, "Well, we didn't lose the election, we just didn't win it." This was the early version of "we won the argument" that Jeremy Corbyn used last year. And it's brilliant. The whole story is brilliant. Now, since last night, because on Twitter, even right now, I'm making this video about 4 p.m. on a Monday, hashtag sack Dawn Butler is still trending. It's number one. And because of the way she's acted, a lot of politicians and media figures have commented, except for one person, Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the opposition, who is still quiet. Again, as I said, this is like 4 p.m. on a Monday. I'm making this video. By the time I upload this, you never know. He might have said something, but at this point, nothing. Complete silence from her boss, from the leader of her party. I wonder why. Probably because even Keir Starmer knows, because he used to be a lawyer. He knows that she messed up, and I don't know. Someone in the Labour Party should have stopped her from going on all these interviews after the first one, because when the evidence came out, whether it was the angling of the video that we found out she wasn't driving, or the fact that the police obviously clarified that they stopped them because they put the wrong registration number, nothing to do with skin color. But she continued, and she's still doing it. She's on Twitter right now, replying to people saying she's going to sue anybody who says something that's out of order. So that's why I have to be very careful in this video. I haven't actually said anything. I just speculated what could happen, but we know the truth, and she should just stop doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to expose Dawn Butler, her past, but also this particular story, so you guys know the truth. So make sure to share this video so everyone knows the facts. And if you enjoy the content, then subscribe to the channel, click on the bell next to it so you get notified. And if you want to support the channel, then become a member. You can find the link in the description, or just go on youtube.com/myitc/join. You get all perks and benefits like weekly Q&A with members, video podcasts, and more things that we're going to actually add in the next couple of weeks to the membership club as well. And in the next video, I'm going to answer the questions we've received from the members of the channel on MyITC. I'll see you guys in the next video.